BLUEMUDA is doing fantastic. The Kentucky bluegrass, that HGT, has come in quite well. I did not feel the need to actually add any additional seed. Holy cow, it is so windy, and we're gonna get to that wind here in just a few minutes. But what I have is a ton of rain. We had a ton of rain when I was out on fall break. Ton of rain last week, ton of rain this week. I've only been able to mow one time since I've returned. It's just too soggy to mow. Yeah, so we've had so much rain. It was actually enough to fill up the gorilla cart too. Holy cow. But what I also have back here is I have some weeds. I have a good bit of, just your standard run-of-the-mill broadleaf weeds. It's all over the place. Part of the reason for that is, one, I'm entirely surrounded by weed pressure. It comes from every direction. And the second reason is I only applied pre-emergent in the spring. And I did that because I could not apply a second round without impacting the germination of the KBG for the BLUEMUDA Renovation. The other bit, that SOS Max annual ryegrass back in the spring, it hung around for a long time and I did spray it out. However, prior to spraying it out, it had gone to seed. That seed actually just lay dormant until now, or within the past 3 or 4 weeks. So I have a covering of annual ryegrass that's growing at 5 times the rate of the Kentucky bluegrass, and it looks fantastic. I have broadleaf weeds and I have the annual ryegrass. And what exactly can I do about it? For the broadleaf weeds, just a simple post-emergent application, like some Weed Be Gone or, any over-the-counter, like even hose end weed applications, that will do the job. But then I got to think, what about the ryegrass? I don't really want that coming back. We know it came back this year, so there's a very good chance it could go to seed, come back, and be a never-ending problem. Well, what do I do with that? Well, the answer to that is simple. It's MSM. Yeah, the tree killer, the one that some guy mists up in the air. Doesn't follow the label at all. I follow the label. In fact, I was reading the label. While it is perfectly safe for use in both Bermuda grass, which I have, and Kentucky bluegrass, I also have that, and it kills the ryegrass. That's like the perfect solution. Holy cow. But I can't use it just yet. First is, I don't know if you noticed, but it's windy. It's extremely windy. Applying that herbicide on a day like today, I would kill probably so many trees, and I don't want to do that. Granted, I don't like trees in my yard, but I do like trees, and I don't want to piss off the neighbor, the state, the environmental agencies. Today is not the day to apply that. Further researching though, come to find out, can't use it on turf less than 1 year old. So unfortunately, I'm kind of in a stuck situation, and my best defense is just to try to prevent that annual ryegrass from going to seed again, but I don't think that's possible. So with MSM out the window, I'm really limited to just controlling the broadleafs. But again, using even an over-counter of the product, the wind's too great, and I can't do that today. It's the importance of, following the label, doing your due diligence, and paying respect to the environment, and all that fun stuff. Because you don't want to be irresponsible with that, because that's how crap gets banned. What about future prevention though? Pre-emergence, that. Well, I'm still working on a comprehensive pre-emergent strategy for this that won't break the bank. And plus, right now, all I have is my prodiamine. I do have tenacity, but tenacity's, it's okay for certain things, but it doesn't fit the bill with what I want here. It's not that great of a weed killer, not that great of a pre-emergent. Don't know why I bought it. Back to the labels, I pulled that up for my prodiamine 65 WDG. And what did I find? Well, I need at least 60 days or 2 mowings, whatever is longer, before application of pre-emergent. I put the seed down on the 11th of September, and my 60-day marks around the 9th of November, so sometime after that week, I should be okay to apply the prodiamine back here. There is another catch with it though. The application rates for Bermuda grass are different than that of Kentucky bluegrass, where the maximum application of prodiamine for a Bermuda grass lawn is 0.83 ounces per 1,000 square feet. Now that 0.83 ounces can be split up over multiple applications throughout the year, and I believe is recommended. For Kentucky bluegrass though, that rate actually goes lower. Its maximum annual rate is 0.55 ounces per 1,000 square feet. And as is the nature of BLUEMUDA, it's not easy. So I have to go with the lower rate, which may give some control issues, but hopefully probably won't, just due to cultural practices in establishing a thick, dense, healthy stand of Bermuda grass. And that's why I'm also looking at options for pre-emergence. And it's not so much just to use something else like Dimension because that has the same mode of action as prodiamine. I need to actually alternate modes of action, and then that will give me the ultimate control. So that's where I stand right now, this little weed dilemma and annual ryegrass dilemma. I hope this kind of helped any of you all that are planning to go crazy and do a BLUEMUDA lawn, helped you out in identifying some options that are available to you. There are quite a few, and I've already started planning it out to develop a BLUEMUDA lawn care plan. The wind's still going. That would have missed it even if I didn't want to miss it. And that plan I'm going to be working on over the winter months, because as wet as it's been back here, and it's still, we haven't hit the time change yet, and the lawn's not drying out. I may not be able to mow much. And what else am I going to do? There might be a game coming out, something with 2077 in the title that's always delayed, but that's probably not going to happen. I'll probably be back in the lawn before that gets out, but if it doesn't, who knows what will happen. So with that, it's Mike Real Low Dad. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.